This was one of my slowest sales months. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine. For those who are new, I am a full-time nurse working in Ontario, Canada, but I also like to resell on the Poshmark US and Canadian app as well as eBay. For today's video, I want to recap my sales for the month of July. It was one of my lowest sales months since starting to do these videos, so I really think it's just being the summer and having summer slow down, but hopefully they'll pick up again once it reaches the fall. If you like reselling content like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So I've got my handy laptop here, so if I do look down, it's just because I'm looking at what the next sale was. So to start off, I had a total of $1,477 sold on the US app, as well as a measly $400 on the Canadian app. To start off my sales on the Canadian app, I sold these Golden by TNA wide leg flare pants, and they sold for $50. My next sale were these Fry boots. I did buy them from Retail Arbitrage. This is one of my regrets because they didn't sell for as high as I was thinking that they were going to sell for. They only sold for $88. I was hoping for at least over $100, but they sat in my closet for a long time, so I was glad to see them go for $88 and at least to make a little bit of profit. My next sale were these Madewell high-rise skinny jeans, and they sold for $90. My next sale was this Nike running vest, and they sold for $40. My next sale was this Too Faced palette, and it sold for $32. My last sale on the Canadian platform were these Hunter boots, and they sold for $100. It's kind of surprising seeing Hunter boots sell at this time, especially these ones because they had like a bunch of fur on the inside, but when I saw where it was going to the Yukon. I think their climate is a lot colder than here in Ontario, so I hope that they'll be able to put some good use into these new boots. So my first sale on the US platform was this Anthropologie and Anasui collaboration. It was this like deer 100% silk top. It did receive a lot of interest, but it just took a long time for the right buyer to come along and purchase it for $40. My next sale were these Athleta skirt along with the leggings combined, and it sold for $25. My next sale was this Lululemon Breeze by Muscle Tank, and it was new with tags and it sold for $45. My next sale were these Adidas Gazelle sneakers, and they sold for $55. These are brand new, along with most of my shoes that I sell are usually brand new because I buy them through Retail Arbitrage, so I was glad to see them sell for $55. Next were these Harry Potter Marauders map in collaboration with Vans shoes, and these sold for $45. Next, I sold these Loft new tag pants. It's kind of funny because this buyer had liked two items, so I put them in a bundle together, and then she sent an offer that was quite low, but then she sent another offer on just one of the pants, and it was the same offer, so I wasn't sure if she really wanted to buy both of them or just the one. I did ask her through the bundle if she wanted to buy them both, but she never responded, so I just took the offer for the one pair of pants, and they sold for $27. Next, I sold this Lululemon form jacket, and it sold for $20. If you haven't seen I think it was my Retail Arbitrage haul, but I mentioned that I picked this up for free, and it sold for $20. My next sale was this Zara bucket bag, and this sold for $30. I sold another Athleta workout leggings, and these sold for $25. Athleta does pretty well, even though it doesn't retail for that high. It sells pretty consistently between, I think, maybe $20 to $30. I think it sells a little bit more on the Canadian platform, but these ones all sold on the US platform. Next, I sold these Lululemon Skinny Groove pants, and these sold for $40. Next, I sold these Vans MTE shoes with like fur on it, and these sold for $63. Next, I sold this Topshop shirt. I did pick this up for pretty inexpensive, and it sold for $11. Next, I sold another inexpensive shirt. It was this George Street shirt, and it sold for $10. Next, I sold these Patagonia leggings. They only sold for $18, but they did have a lot of like wash wear to them. Next, I sold these kids dinosaur Vans, and they sold for $30. Next, I sold this Lululemon 105 singlet shirt, and it sold for $25. Next, I sold this MAC palette, and it sold for $33, which was my full asking price. Next, I sold this men's North Face jacket. This was my husband's, but he didn't really wear it that often. We had originally thrifted it in the first place, and it sold for $40. Next, I sold these men's ABC pants, and they sold for $65. Next, I sold this Nike Dry Fit sports bra, and it sold for $9. My next sale was this Lululemon Vinyasa scarf, and it sold for $35. Next, I sold these Calvin Klein jeans. They only sold for $11, but they were my husband's as well. I also had originally thrifted this, but he just didn't end up wearing them that often. I was kind of going back and forth with this buyer. In the end, I just decided to let them go for $11 just because like all of the money would be profit, and my husband wasn't really getting any use of them anyways. Next, I sold these Adidas golf pants, and they sold for $20. Next sale was this Lululemon Eagle tank, and this sold for $28. Next, I sold this Lululemon Get It On skirt, and it sold for $30. This one sat in my closet for a long time as well. I find that the skirts that actually have the built-in shorts underneath, they sell for a lot better than just normal Lululemon skirts. So I probably wouldn't pick this up again, but I'm always on the lookout for the ones that come with the built-in shorts. Next, I sold this Aritzia Wilfred Free bodysuit, and this sold for $25. Next sale was this floral romper by Jace. I believe it's an Australian brand. I originally bought this off of Poshmark Canada. I just didn't like how it looked on me, so I just decided to reposh it, and it sold for $40. Next, I sold this Lululemon Pedal Pace tank, and this sold for $38. My next sale was this bundle. It consisted of this Deep V polka dot tank as well as this Elevate tank, both in size 10, and together they sold for $55. Next, I sold this Wilfred jacket, and it sold for $30. My next sale was this cotton pencil skirt from Wilfred, and it sold for $8. It did have a hole, or 2 holes actually, so I was willing to let it go for whatever offer I got, and I was happy with $8. Next, I sold this Lululemon Pink Yohari jacket, and this sold for $46. Next, I sold another Lululemon piece. This is a Raise the Bar tank, and this sold for $30. Next was this Pace Setter skirt, and this sold for $40. This also sold the same day that I listed it, and as I mentioned before, these ones do a lot better than just the normal skirts. Next, I sold these Edge Street tights, and these sold for $60. Next, I sold this circuit bag, and this sold for $45. Next sale was this Gap sports bra, and this sold for $8. This was from my personal closet, but it's just a little too tight around the band area. It was still brand new with tags, so I was glad to see it go for $8. Next, I sold these G-Star raw denim jeans, and these sold for $40. Next, I sold this Victoria's Secret mermaid bikini, and this sold for $17. Next, I sold this Lululemon Lovely tank, and this sold for $30. Next, I sold this Wilfred Free Meiosis dress, I believe is what it's called, and this sold for $35. Next, I sold another pair of these Lululemon ABC pants, and these sold for $70. Next, I sold these Lululemon Speed shorts, and these sold for $30. They did have a small pull, which I, of course, disclosed, but it also sold, I think, within 1 or 2 days of me listing it. And my last sale for July was this House of CB dress. If you didn't see my latest thrift haul, I did pick this up there. I had only picked it up for $2, and it sold for $50. So that concludes today's video. I hope that your sales are doing a lot better than mine. Along with it being summer slowdown, I'm just not spending a lot of time, on the business just because I'm out, going to the park or I'm going camping. Just trying to enjoy the nice weather. So that's probably another reason why my sales have slowed down, because I'm not as active on the app as well. I think closer to at least the winter time, when I'm kind of just trapped at home because it's snowing outside, I'll have a lot more time to invest in the business. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!